This week I'm helping you plan your wedding. Sort of. Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Malanta and welcome to this week's video on hiring a wedding videographer. Last week I did a video giving a couple of tips to people that are thinking about getting into the wedding business as a videographer. So this week I'm kind of flipping it around and giving a couple of do's and don'ts to people that are hiring a wedding videographer for their wedding. First tip, do your research. Look at the videographer's past work and see if it fits what you're looking for in a wedding videographer. See how long they've been in the business. And I'm not saying if they're brand new to the business, don't give them a chance. Sometimes somebody that's brand new to the wedding business gives a fresh new take and just maybe bring something new to the table. And sometimes if somebody's been in the business for a very long time, their wedding videos end up becoming cookie cutter. And I'm not saying all wedding videographers are like that, but that's something you might want to be careful of. Next tip is get to know your videographer. It's the same reason why your videographer should get to know you. Just get comfortable with each other because you'll be spending all day together and it makes the day go by so much easier. And also meet with your videographer face to face before the wedding. You don't want the first time seeing your videographer in person being your wedding date. And again, because it makes it easier to be more comfortable with them if you've met them prior to your wedding and sort of develop more of a working friendship rather than a client-vendor relationship. The next tip I have is share your ideas. When you're meeting with your videographer in person, share your ideas with them and bring examples of wedding videos that you like and sort of the kind of style that you want them to be in, but also bring examples of wedding videos that you don't like and things you don't want them to become. And the reason I say that is if you just bring examples of what you want it to be, and you're just like, hey, I want my video to be like this, it ends up being just a carbon copy of that video. But if you bring examples of things you don't want your wedding video to be, it helps out the videographer a whole lot because they know where to steer away from, and they end up creating something that is more unique to you and something brand new rather than just copying something that you've liked before, and you end up having just another wedding video that already exists out there. And please, please, please don't forget to feed your wedding videographer or any of your vendors for that matter. We're human beings. We work all day long and it'd be really hard to go an 8-hour, 10-hour work day without any food. And again, for me, it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be something as simple as a sandwich. So just keep that in mind. Save some room in your catering budget for your vendors. Please, please don't forget to feed us. And the next tip I have is something that I think photographers will agree with me as well. Ask your guests during the ceremony at the very least to not take pictures with the cell phone. I can't explain how frustrating it is to be in the middle of the ceremony. You're trying to get the best shot possible for the moment, and then some idiot with their cell phone leans into the aisle and gets directly in my shot. There's nothing more infuriating than that to me as a videographer, and I think I also speak for most of the photographers out there as well. So at the very least, during the ceremony, ask your guests to refrain from taking cell phone pictures. During the reception, it's a completely different story. I think some of the best moments is when your guests are taking selfies with you. I find those moments to be very personal to you and very fun. During the reception, it's fine, but during the ceremony, kind of ask your guests to restrain from that. And these last two tips aren't really geared towards the bride and groom or the people that are hiring the videographer. It's more for the guests. Don't come up to me and ask me to take pictures with my camera. I'm the videographer. The bride and groom didn't hire me to take pictures, and for me to take the time to switch my settings over to take a picture, it really isn't what I was hired to do. I'm more than glad to take pictures with your cell phone, but don't ask me to group people together and take a picture. I find it, kind of rude to ask the videographer to do that. And I do my best to tell the guests that, hey, I'm not the photographer, I'm the videographer, but don't give me this crap that, hey, that's a camera, right? You can still take pictures with that. That's not what I was hired for, so please don't do it. Just don't ask. And the last tip again is mainly for the guests. Don't tell me how to do my job. The bride and groom hired me because they trust me with the video, and I haven't run into a bride and groom where they're literally pointing me in directions. Hey, make sure you get that angle. Make sure you get that angle. They let me do my job. They trust me with the video. So don't stroll up to a videographer and say, hey, do you make sure you get that angle? Make sure you get this angle. And be like me going up to the photographers. Hey, make sure you get that picture. So if you're a guest, just sit back and enjoy the day. Your friend, your brother, your sister, your cousin, whoever they are, they're getting married. Enjoy their day. And if you're the bride and groom, of course you should enjoy your day. You shouldn't have to spend your day worrying about the video. That's why you hired of a wedding videographer. So those are all the tips I have for you if you're hiring a wedding videographer. If you found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up button below. If you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comment section, or you can tweet them to me at Drew DiMolanta. I try my best to do tip and tutorial videos every week, so be sure to subscribe to be up to date on all those. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.